Hello there, I'm Nancy from Black Sheep Knitting in Needham, Massachusetts. Last Saturday was Local Yarn Shop Day, and I just wanted to thank you all who came and supported us. We really appreciated it. It was a great day. We gave away a lot of gifts and discounts, and we had sale yarn, and so I really appreciate people coming and shopping local. It's a good thing. Today I'm going to open a box that came in the mail this morning, and it is from Spincycle yarns. So I want to show you what we got. Something new. We got Dream State, which is their worsted weight yarn, and this colorway is called Overpasses. It's blues, touch of brown, some white and gray in it. Really pretty color. And we also got, let's see, in Dream State, another fabulous colorway. This is called Ghost Ranch, which some of you have seen that in the Dyed in the Wool. So that's a really pretty color. It's hard to get yarn from, I got this, they have special times that you can order it wholesale, and I made the colossal mistake of not ordering enough when their last opening came. So I emailed them recently and said, what do you have in stock? Do you have some stuff? So I got what they had, and next time we'll get more. But this is just a spectacular color with dark navy and orange and peach and some turquoise. Just fabulous.
What's the composition, Nancy?
This is 100% American wool, and this is a superwash, the Dream State. And then I have another colorway in the Dream State, and this one is called Melancholia. I should remember this because we have this in the Dyed in the Wool. And this is the gorgeous turquoise and blue and a little black. So we got that, and then in the Dyed in the Wool, we got more of, you know, it's interesting, things you discover. This one says, the Dyed in the Wool says super washed on it, and this also says super washed. So I have to find out, this is, super washed does not really mean super wash on this yarn. I think it's still meant to be hand washed. So take that back about super wash. I would hand wash this. Anyway, this is now Dyed in the Wool. This is called Summer Love. Beautiful summer colors. We also got Melancholia in the Dyed in the Wool is a sport weight. So Dream State is a worsted, Dyed in the Wool is sport. Or you can sometimes use it as a fingering, but not for socks. And I apologize for the crinkling. Some people don't like that sound. This is Rosy Maple Dyed in the Wool. Really pretty, springy, summery, warm summer tones of kind of coral, peach. And finally, we got Miss Me. I love this colorway. Look at that with this. Fun, or with the Summer Love. These would be great. And this has beautiful peachy tones. Just really, really pretty. This, if any of you have been watching, Andrea Mallory just came out with a new cowl, triangular inclinations cowl that calls for two colorways in dyed in the wool. So these would be some good choices to put together. So that's what came in the box today. So we'll move on to something else right now. So one of the last videos we did, I talked about fingering weight yarn and sock weight yarn, sock yarn. And we talked a little bit about lace. So the thinnest yarn is lace weight. Then we go to fingering weight. And sock is not really a weight. Sock is just a description of the yarn, as I mentioned. So lace, fingering weight, and then we move on to sport weight. And sport weight is usually about 6 stitches per inch, or 24 stitches over 4 inches. And remember, we said that 10 centimeters equals 4 inches, and that's on most labels. And I probably picked yarns that don't have that on them. I did pick one that does. So this is Sueño, and this one has quite a range, actually. When we first got this yarn, we thought it was a fingering weight, this regular yarn, but as it turns out, it's really more a sport to a DK. So you can use, they tell you you can use a size 3 up to a size 7 needle. So of course you will get different fabric depending on which needle you use, and it says on our little the little square that I told you was always 4 inches or 10 centimeters, it says it's anywhere from 20 to 24 stitches to the inch. So 20 people would identify frequently as a worsted weight. I would not use this. We really do like this at a sport or a DK weight. So sport weight, as I said, is 6 stitches to the inch. Now we have used it for DK in some patterns. You'll get a looser fabric, and DK is 5.5 stitches to the inch, or 22 stitches over 4 inches. So this is a yarn that has kind of a wide range of gauges to use. In the shop we also have, in a sport weight, and I just showed you in our what's in the box segment, the dyed in the wool from Spincycle yarns. And this knits at a, and they don't even put a gauge on here, which is very clever, but they do say sport weight. They're calling it sport weight. I have seen it used in patterns that are sweaters with fingering weight, where you do color work at the yoke. It's very useful for that because this yarn stripes, and so it changes as you go down. So Andrea Mowry, as I mentioned, has a new cowl called Inclinations Cowl, and I thought I would show you a couple of sort of pretty combinations that you might like. This is Wallflower and Miss Me. We also have more colors, obviously, but this one is Absinthe, and this is Midsummer. And I like this because if any of you watch Midsummer Murders, this is spelled the same way, I think, as Midsummer. I might be wrong, but Midsummer Murders is a great mystery thing on public television. But you could also put these two together. You could put these two together. The wonderful thing about these yarns is I've never seen a combination that didn't work. So these two would work also. So moving along, another yarn we have, and I've shown this to you before, this one also knits at sport weight to DK weight. So if you have a pattern for a shawl, this is called Pashmina, and it is made of superwash merino, silk, and cashmere. So it's a pretty luscious yarn, and we'll be getting more. We only have a few colorways right now. We'll be getting more in soon. Another sport weight that I like a lot, particularly for baby blankets and for baby sweaters and outfits, is the Ella Ray Cashmerino, which those of you remember Debbie Bliss Cashmerino, this is from the same mill, and I don't know if it's the exact same colors, and I don't believe Debbie Bliss is making this yarn anymore, but this is from the same mill, so it's pretty much the same composition, and it's merino with a little bit of cashmere, and it's super wash. You can throw it in the washer. It's beautiful. Again, and I always say this, I wouldn't put it in the dryer. I don't think hand knitted garments should go in a dryer. I think it's just too much jostling around, and too many, your little ends can come unwoven, and I think it just beats up the yarn. It's not necessary. Okay, another yarn we have is Vintage Baby, which is from Barocco, and it's a wool and nylon and acrylic, and it's this one they do say you could put in the dryer, so if you were so inclined you could tumble dry it. It usually is knit at a DK weight, but I think you can get away using it as a sport weight too, particularly if you're making a baby garment sweater. You could use this easily as a sport weight. You might knit to a DK, but remember, if you're making baby clothes, if they end up a little bigger, so much the better. What you don't want is smaller, because then they grow right out of them. So this is a nice alternative. It's a beautiful, soft yarn. Another sport weight that we have is called Lowland from Dye-Gilpin. It's a lamb's wool from Scotland, and this is a beautiful sport weight. It knits up. When you look at it, you might think it's one of those more woollier wools, you know, the ones that are a little rougher. It's quite soft, and it knits up beautifully, so I highly recommend that. Another sport weight we have in the house is Cardiff Cashmere, and this is 100% cashmere, super soft. It's just lovely. So great for, you may not want to spring for it to make a sweater because it does get pricey, but it makes a lovely shawl, or a pair of, we did some in fingerless gloves that were quite nice, or a beautiful cowl. It's a lovely gift for someone. And I went over the Sueño, and so that's it for sport weights. Again, I wanted to thank everybody who came for Local Yarn Shop Day. That was so nice, so much fun. And just because it's gotten warm out doesn't mean you can't still knit. So we have lots of cotton, linen, really nice things for summer shawls, summer tops. So we hope that you'll keep knitting and come by the shop again soon. Bye-bye.